That's fantastic. All right, would you mind telling me about a time that you worked with other people? I understand you don't have a lot of work experience, so it's okay if it was in school. Okay, so we had a project in our undergrad. It was a really interesting project. There were four of us assigned to the project. Roughly a week in, it became pretty clear to me that two of the members on our team just weren't carrying their weight. They weren't doing anything. So what I did was I knew the other member was already complaining about her workload. So I took those two people, their other work the responsibilities that they had, and I just added it to my workload. I worked really hard, many weekends, blood, sweat, and tears. And ultimately, as a group, we did really well. I did do the work of three people, but we got a really good grade. So I think it's pretty good teamwork. I was able to carry the weight of two other people as well, on top of my own responsibilities. Yeah, well, actually, during my undergrad, we had a really interesting project. The class was split up into groups of four. There was no official manager for each group, but about a week into the project, it became very clear to me that two of the other members of our group just weren't doing their job, and that would have resulted in us all failing. So that's not good. What I did was I called a Zoom session. We all got together, everyone showed up, so all four of us, and it became pretty clear early on in the conversation that one of the other people in the group really wanted what I was working on. So my task was to proofread everything and do the final edits in the Word document. So without skipping a beat, I immediately swapped. I know I was really good at that and pretty passionate, but the reality is we need to work as a team. So I swapped with that member. And there was one other young woman in the group, and she was going through really tough times in her family. A family member was extremely ill. And it became clear to us she just wasn't going to put energy and focus into the project. We felt really bad, but it's great that we had that Zoom call because we were then able to split up her responsibilities amongst the remaining three of us. The result is we did really well in the project. Probably what I'm most proud of is that we actually included her name on the final paper. I know she didn't do much, just a little bit, but we were a team of four. So, and it was a conscious decision that we made together. Well, it's actually pretty amusing. The candidate thought that he was presenting a good answer by talking about how he picked up in scenarios where his team couldn't do the job. That's not teamwork. That's just doing more work instead of people. That is not working as a team. The reality is most people hire for people skills. Sure, you need to have all these analytic skills and you need to put all these technical skills in your resume to demonstrate you can do the job, but they want to know you're going to work well with other people. That's not working with other people, that's avoiding other people. The second answer was absolutely perfect. When you see people aren't doing well, lend a hand, talk it over with them, see what you can do to help, but don't actually do their job. How have you answered this question in the past? I know there are a lot of ways and a lot of different angles to target it. I'd love to hear in the comments below, and I'll see you next week.